You know I'm down for whatever tonight. I don't need the final things in life. No matter where I go, it's a good time. Yeah. And I don't need to sit in VIP. Middle of the floor, that's
All right, I gotta go. I will do this one and a few more right after the evening's announcements. It's 6 o'clock in the studios of DBS Radio. Time to bring you the evening news.
Fair and balanced, unbiased and clear, concise and accurate. This is the DBS Evening News. Here now is your presenter with the headlines.
In the headlines, Vice President of JCI West Indies, Ferris Mills, is in Dominica on an official visit. In news from the region, Jamaica's government eyes a cheaper oil deal with Venezuela and Guyana. And internationally, France adopts bill legalizing assisted dying for adults. Good evening, I am Leila Langford. Details of the news when we return.
Bundle and watch $98 flow back into your pocket. It's simple. Just add mobile to broadband and save big with Flow. Get fiber fast Wi-Fi at home and all the data you need on the go. We've got you covered everywhere. So what are you waiting for? It's connection times 2 and up to $98 in savings for you. Add mobile to broadband today and take your connection to the next level. Visit in-store or online at discoverflow.co for more details.
DBS News.
Welcome back. Vice President of JCI West Indies, Ferris Mills, has arrived in Dominica on an official visit. She says that the JCI West Indies No Violence and in Business campaigns will be high on her agenda in Dominica this week.
So I'm here on my official visit to Dominica, where I'll be engaging with the members, stakeholders, government officials, and just spread the word about JCI and connect with the members and all the stakeholders in Dominica and hope that they too could join the movement of JCI and what we do. Specifically, JCI West Indies is focusing on 2 specific initiatives this year that is mandated by JCI International. What you will see is different workshops that is focusing on business initiatives to help persons who are interested in starting their own business, persons who just need that extra boost. That is something that we're focusing on. Also, we're focusing on the No Violence campaign. Across the region, we would have realized that crime is on the rise, and of course, JCI West Indies is trying to take the stance where we're saying no to violence and finding different ways in which persons can partner so that we too could contribute to the overall goal of the specific country that we're going to. My view is, if any at all, I think JCI is more than needed now than ever, simply because the government cannot do things alone. It takes NGOs like JCI, we have Rotary and other NGOs who are providing that positive avenue for young people to get involved, whether it be through charity, whether it be through leadership, and of course find spaces within their respective communities so they too could be a part of the voice for different initiatives that require us young people to take a stance. I am really pleading to persons who are between the ages of 18 to 40, if you're hearing the sound of my voice, if you're interested in being a part of a young people network, of course, join JCI Dominica, or wherever you are, find a JCs near you, and of course, join the movement.
Vice President of JCI West Indies, Ferris Mills. Meantime, President of JCI Dominica, Shanice Bogart, says the visit to Dominica of the JCI West Indies Vice President is timely.
We are elated to have her here with us, to stand with us and show how strong JCI is within the JCI West Indies. She is part of the West Indies board, and having her here gives us a momentum for the new JCs that is coming in, have them see how far they can reach. Whenever they join this local organization, they can reach as far as JCI West Indies and also become president of the global JCI. As long as they put their foot forward and stay positive, they can reach thus far. So far, we have completed a few of our projects, and we do have some ongoing project. One will be held on Saturday. So Saturday morning, we plan to go to the China Friendship Hospital to deal with our sustainable agriculture aspect. And our project is to ensure that the plants that we've planted, they are alive and doing well, and if not, to uproot them and plant new ones. So that's scheduled for Saturday. Then for the rest of the year, we have quite a few other projects that we need to complete, one of them being Future Fest.
President of JCI Dominica, Shanika Bogart. In other news, the Bagatelle Primary and Soufriere Primary have been named beneficiaries of the EU-funded Cultivating Futures project. The project is a comprehensive 4-year food security initiative targeting 6 countries within the OECS. Director of Agriculture, Kian Stevenson, says the project aligns with Dominica's long-term agricultural goal and will strengthen local food systems. The national rollout will be led by the 4-H program, with Bert Paul serving as national director.
Speaks directly to the vision we are pursuing in Dominica. Through such initiatives like helping out our primary school, which we dub HOOPS, and other programs like the 4-H program or the revitalization of our 4-H collaborative efforts with the Ministry of Agriculture. Through these programs, we are ensuring that agriculture is no longer seen merely as farming, but as a pathway to innovation, entrepreneurship, climate resilience, technology, and a sustainable development of our future. Across our schools, we are introducing climate-smart gardens, hydroponics, business education, nutrition awareness, and hands-on agricultural learning experiences that inspire young people to become the next generation or this generation of agricultural leaders, a food system for innovators.
Director of Agriculture at the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, Blue and Green Economy, Kian Stevenson. Meantime, Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Zero Hunger Trust Fund, Sapphire Hornbeek, says the project aims to tackle regional food system challenges by empowering youths and increasing food security.
The visible product of this project may be the garden. However, the outcome we seek is much larger. Stronger schools, healthier children, and more resilient communities. Across our region, we continue to face interconnected challenges. Food prices remain a concern among families. Climate change is affecting agriculture production. Many of our children are increasingly disconnected from processes through which food is grown, harvested, prepared, and consumed. At the same time, schools often lack the resources, systems, and sustainable technical support required to turn school gardens into productive, lasting, and meaningful education spaces. The challenge has often been sustainability. A garden may begin with enthusiasm, but without clear leadership, technical guidance, student ownership, parent and community involvement, proper monitoring, and a connection to the wider learning environment, that enthusiasm can be difficult to maintain. The EU Can Cultivating Future project is therefore not designed as a one-off distribution of seeds, tools, or garden supplies. It is designed as a structured school and community development intervention.
Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Zero Hunger Trust Fund, Sapphire Hornbeek. The project was launched in 3 other countries this morning. 4 Nigerian nationals have made history as the inaugural graduates of Dominica's St. Joseph University School of Medicine. The university, which began operations in 2022, celebrated its first ever cohort of medical doctors at a graduation ceremony this week. Calvia Timothy, The university's marketing manager hailed the event as a historic milestone for the institution.
Today, I think we can successfully boast about being able to graduate 4 students from our medical university, and that's a huge success for us locally. They are now medical doctors, and they're now moving on to sit the licensing exams, which would then allow them to open their own practices and become medical doctors wherever they choose to around the world. So all the students would have completed a 4-year program here enrolled at the St. Joseph University. The 4th would have graduated. They're all Nigerian, but the good thing that we have is we do have a lot of Dominicans who are still currently enrolled within the program here, and we're really excited about that.
Marketing manager at St. Joseph University, Calvia Timothy. Meantime, Timothy says the university introduced a scholarship program to support the enrollment of local and Caribbean students.
Following our graduation, one of the things that we have done to encourage both local students and regional students to attend the St. Joseph University is to provide what we call a scholarship program. So all the local students who want to pursue a medical degree, become a medical doctor, or you can become a RN, which would be a registered nurse, which would get a bachelor's in nursing, there is a specific 50% reduction in the tuition fees. Obviously, you'd have to provide your proof of identification, like passport, birth certificate, to ensure that you are a Dominican and you can benefit from that. And then our CARICOM nationals will also receive a 30% off of our selected rate. For the September students, persons can start coming into our office now, visit our website, and a lot of persons are asking, where is St. Joseph University? So it's located in Adams Tower. That's the Dr. Ferrara's office on the 3rd floor. Persons can come in and ask questions, get enrolled. We'll be more than willing to assist you. There's a whole team there to support in all of the information that will be required.
Marketing manager at St. Joseph University, Calvia Timothy. Dr. Kevin Ferrara is the founder of the St. Joseph University School of Medicine. Chief Executive, or that's Chief Election Officer Anthea Joseph, has made a new call for voters to participate in the voter confirmation process. She notes that the confirmation period closes on October 15, 2026.
As we enter the final quarter of the voter confirmation period, the Electoral Office is reminding all eligible electors that time is running out to get confirmed. The voter confirmation period began on October 15th, 2025 and will officially end on October 15th, 2026. This means there are only about 90 days remaining for the eligible persons to get confirmed. It's important to remember that if you are not confirmed by the end of the confirmation period, your name will not remain on the voters list. This means you will not be eligible to vote in village council elections or general elections until your status is restored under the law. So, don't wait until the last minute. Even after you submit your application, it must go through a verification process before it can be approved. The earlier you apply, the more time there is for the process to be completed.
Chief Election Officer Anthea Joseph. The Chief Election Officer advises on what is required to complete the voter confirmation process.
To apply for voter confirmation, you simply need a valid government ID, issued ID, and a witness from your polling district. If you do not have a valid ID, you can still apply using an affidavit signed by the Justice of Peace or a Notary Public or a Commission of Oaths, along with a passport-size photo and your birth certificate. Also, towards the end of the process, we expect there will be an increase in the number of applications. So we encourage persons or everyone to avoid the last minute rush. Take about 30 minutes out of your day and secure your opportunity to exercise one of the most important democratic rights. To date, 20,454 persons have applied for confirmation, whilst 19,007 persons have already been confirmed or approved. Also, new registration applications have amounted to 1,735 persons, whilst 1,489 persons have been approved for new registration.
Chief Election Officer Anthea Joseph. That's news. Regional and international developments up next.
Bundle and watch $98 flow back into your pocket. It's simple. Just add mobile to broadband and save big with Flow. Get fiber fast Wi-Fi at home and all the data you need on the go. We've got you covered everywhere. So what are you waiting for? It's connection times 2 and up to $98 in savings for you. Add mobile to broadband today and take your connection to the next level. Visit in-store or online at discoverflow.co for more details.
DBS News.
In news from the region, the Jamaica government is negotiating deals with both Venezuela and Guyana to secure cheaper oil for the country. This is amid ongoing concerns over price increase. Jamaica's Energy Minister Daryl Vaz made the announcement while answering questions in the House of Representatives this week.
With what has happened in Venezuela recently, and what's happening in Guyana and right around us, there are many discussions that are taking place right now with a view of the possibility of getting oil much cheaper than we are buying right now in other jurisdictions. And that gives us a great opportunity. But again, you have to be careful. It's a work in progress, but we are not unmindful of the fact that there is opportunities out of adversity, and we look forward to taking, because if we do that, then obviously we'll be able to stabilize and get rid of the losses in a shorter period of time.
Jamaica's Energy Minister Daryl Vaz. And internationally, French lawmakers has adopted a bill that will create a legal right to assisted dying for adults with life-threatening illnesses, capping an intense ethical and political debate. The law would enable patients suffering from life-threatening illnesses to request lethal medication under strict medical supervision. The text will now be presented to the Constitutional Court, which has up to a month to approve it.
The law, which would enable patients suffering from incurable and life-threatening illnesses to request lethal medication under strict medical supervision, was repeatedly shut down by the conservative-dominated Senate. Critics argued the measure would encourage patients to end their lives instead of seeking palliative care, but those backing the law repeatedly pointed to the strict criteria and safeguards, making sure lethal measures are only used as a last resort.
That's news. The DBS Evening Sports Report up next with Alian Christopher.
Covering the nation and beyond. DBS Sports Report.
Good evening. Let's begin this evening's sports report with cricket. New Zealand, they still require 109 runs for victory against the West Indies in the third ODI. The West Indies, they batted first, they scored 140. New Zealand are 32 without loss after 9.4 overs, again requiring 109 more runs for victory. Still with cricket, India and England, their series is leveled. England won by 4 wickets against India today. India batting first scored 233 and England 235 for 6. Cricket West Indies is set to receive a $12.82 million loan from the International Cricket Council, that is ICC, as part of a series of governance, membership and financial support measures approved by the Sports Global Governing Body. The announcement was made following the ICC's annual conference in Edinburgh, where members also approved changes to the formats for future men's one-day international and T20 World Cups. The financial assistance comes as CWI continues to face significant economic challenges. According to the audited financial statements for the year ending September 30th, 2025, the regional governing body recorded a net loss of US $28 million after posting a $24 million profit the previous year. CWI has also projected a further $26 million loss during the 2026 financial cycle and had identified ICC loan financing along with commercial bank credit facilities as key measures to bridge its funding gap. The newly approved ICC loan is expected to provide much-needed financial relief as the organization works to strengthen its operations. Former West Indies women's captain Stephanie Taylor says she is proud of her achievement after becoming just the 5th woman in history of international cricket to score 10,000 international runs. The Jamaican reached the milestone during the 3rd one-day international against Ireland, where she struck an outstanding 105 to lead the West Indies to a 64-run victory and complete a 3-0 series sweep. Taylor is also the first West Indian woman to reach the landmark.
For the last year or so, or probably a couple months, I've been working really hard to get back my body fit and, score some runs for the team. So I'm really happy about that. In terms of the runs, I wasn't, I don't check stats, so I wasn't sure where I was. But yeah, I'm really proud to actually, score that much runs.
Former West Indies women captain Stephanie Taylor. The Windward Islands under-19 team remains in search of its first victory as the 2026 Cricket West Indies Rising Stars under-19 Championship after suffering a heavy 144-run defeat to the Leeward Islands in Barbados on Wednesday. Chasing 270 for victory, the Windwards were dismissed for 125 in 29 overs as the Leewards completed a comprehensive win in the 3rd round of the competition. The results leaves the Windwards with 3 defeats from as many matches, having previously gone down to Barbados by 114 runs before narrowly losing to Trinidad and Tobago by 3 wickets. Elsewhere in Wednesday's action, Barbados maintained their perfect start with a 63-run victory over Guyana. Barbados posted 258 all out before dismissing Guyana for 195. Jamaica also secured a win against Trinidad and Tobago by 106 runs, after making 225 for 8 and bowling out their opponents for 119. After 3 rounds, Barbados sits atop the standings with 3 consecutive victories, while the Windward Islands will be hoping to rebound when they face Jamaica in their 4th match as they look to get their campaign off the mark. The competition will continue on Saturday. A number of records fell today on day 1 as the Dominica Athletics Association hosted its National Juvenile Championships. The National Juvenile Championship is taking place at the Benjamin Park and will continue tomorrow. We will bring you complete details of day 1 action in another sportscast. The Dominica Tennis Association says it is encouraged by the strong turnout and growing interest in its summer tennis program, which is now into its 1st week at the High Street Tennis Courts. Around 20 children between the ages of 6 and 13 have already enrolled in the program, with new participants continuing to sign up each day. President of the Dominica Tennis Association, Dave Barron, says the enthusiasm shown by the youngsters has been one of the highlights on the opening week.
Well, so far it's been interesting. We see even today we have another 2 new kids come in, so we have kids coming in like every day and people calling and wanting to join. I think it's been good. We have a good mix of kids. We have from anywhere from 6 to 13 and they're enthusiastic because they keep coming back. Right now we have around 20 kids on the court that's practicing, and they keep enjoying it because they keep coming back every day, and I think it's a good thing for tennis.
And how has their response been, the kids' response? How has it been?
I think generally the kids are having fun. they're a little very ambitious. They want to start playing tennis, but we have to take it gradually. We have to start learning to hold a racket properly and bounce the ball properly and so on. So we're trying to incorporate that, but kids, they want to just start hitting the ball over the net. So we're trying to see how we can mix things up well enough for them so that they don't get bored, but at the same time they learn the basics. So we're working with them and they're enjoying it.
What about the parents though?
Oh, well, the parents have been very supportive. We have a few parents that stay with the kids and work with them as well. It helps us out because it's just the two of us doing the coaching there. So the parents come and they follow our instructions, they follow our lead, and they get the kids to work on it. But you can see some of the kids also work at home because you can tell from the development that they're getting some support from home as well.
President of the Dominica Tennis Association, Dave Barron. Meanwhile, some of the participants say the program has been going well.
I've been doing good. I'm learning to do forehand, backhand, and hit the ball to the person. It's been going good. I've been having a lot of fun, learning a lot of new things, and it's been nice. Just how to handle the racket properly, and getting more knowledge of the game and how to play it properly from our coaches.
I like tennis very much.
It's great. We are learning plenty of things and my partner is awesome.
The tennis program has been very educational in various things.
Tennis program is exciting. It's good to learn something new every once in a while. And I've been learning new things. It's also helping me build my strength a lot, and it's also a very good exercise.
Some of the participants of the summer tennis program by the Dominica Tennis Association. And the Dominica Amateur Volleyball Association says it is encouraged by the performances of its young volleyballers after the country's male team captured silver and the female team finished 11th at the Eastern Caribbean Volleyball Association Under-20 Beach Volleyball Championships over the weekend. The public relations officer for the Volleyball Association is Sydney John.
Our ladies gave a relatively good account of themselves. Sometimes you go to a tournament and you play well and you lose a game at the wrong time. And so they ended up finishing 11th, but we are encouraged by what we see from them, the work that they've put in and the skill level. It's a new pair. That was their first time competing at that level, first time competing in beach volleyball as well, Delilah Daniel and Sierra Frederick. It's their first time. The experience was good for them, and so we hope that it will help them develop into the players that we know they can be. The guys, Taj John Jules and Keyston Anthony, they of course have a little bit more experience because Keyston would have represented Dominica last year in a tournament in Guadeloupe and also at the Noseka Under-18 qualifiers. Taj would have represented Dominica just a couple months ago at the ECVA Senior Championships in beach volleyball. So we knew going in that they are one of the more experienced teams at the tournament, and so we expected them to give a good show. They got to the finals for the third year in a row. It was Dominica versus St. Lucia in the final. This time, St. Lucia got the better of us this time, but it's always an exciting match whenever these two meet. Again, we are encouraged by the progress, and these programs are multi-year programs. So now we are in a new cycle. So that's why we have completely new teams. And so it's just the beginning of the cycle. We look forward to big things from them.
Public Relations Officer for the Dominica Volleyball Association, Sydney John, speaking on the Off the Field program last night on DBS Radio. Nathan Newton and Kurt Stout scored 2 goals each as East Central hammered South City Football Club 6 goals to 2 in Tier 1 of the DFA Division 1 League at the DFA Technical Center. Shirkwan Gustavs opened the scoring for East Central before Newton and Stout scored 2 goals each for a 5-1 halftime lead. Nilbert Thomas added the last goal for East Central in the final minutes. Noah Joseph and Jason Joseph scored for South City. The Division 1 will continue tonight with action in Tier 2. The Kalinago Warriors, they will play the BAA Sharks at the Benjamin Park, while Kensborough United take on Collyho at the DFA Technical Center. Both games are from 7 p.m. And We United's Roxanne Coupel is leading the 2026 DFA Under-15 League in goals with 11 after 2 games. His teammate Malachi Joseph sits second with 9 goals. Zane Thomas of Point Michel and Dwayne Prosper of We United are tied for third with 4 goals each, while Edric Augustine rounds out the top 5 with 3 goals. The DFA Under-15 tournament will continue on the weekend. Finally, this evening, defending champions Argentina produced a dramatic late comeback to defeat England 2-1 and then booked their place in the 2026 FIFA World Cup final. England looked on course for victory after Anthony Gordon fired them in front in the 55th minute. Argentina responded through Enzo Fernandez, who leveled the match in the 85th minute with a superb strike. Lautaro Martinez then completed the turnaround in stoppage time, heading home a Lionel Messi assist to seal victory. Well, the win sends Argentina into Sunday's final against Spain, while England must now settle for a third-place playoff against France. That's all the time for this evening's Sport Report. I've been the presenter, Arlen Christopher, saying good evening.
DBS Radio gives you top quality service over any other for live streaming of funerals. Call us today at 448-3282.
And welcome to this evening's edition of the DBS Radio Community Bulletin Board. It is the 16th day of July 2026. We begin with this evening's edition of the DBS Radio Death Announcements. We announce the death of Izerine Williams, better known as Tanzin of Wesley. She died on Monday, the 15th of June. She was the mother of Nadine Paul. She will be remembered by her sisters Tilda Henry in Antigua, Jane Santemi in Dominica, and Ava Williams in the United Kingdom. One brother, Kenneth Williams, in the United States. Many nephews, including Ashworth, Kwame, Emmanuel, Cordell, Jonas, Michael, Priam, Ashley, Pastor Lovelace, Kim, Richie, Josiah, Ellsworth, Mika, that should be Micah, and Charleston. Numerous nieces, Henrietta, Trudy, Janice, Patricia, Richie, Krista, E.T., Anthea, Marva, Vanya, Ethel, Jude, and Esther. Relatives and friends to include Margareta Joseph, Carla, Anne, Miss V, Paula, Richie, Dillis and family, the Honoré family of Wesley and Woodford Hill, the Williams and Prevost families of Wesley, Dr. Curtis St. John, Dr. Pastor Mutui Olagunju, the RCCG Wesley Parish, and HTE. The body of the late Izerine Williams, better known as Tanzin of Wesley, can be viewed from 1:30 p.m. on Friday, the 17th of July at the Wesley Pentecostal Church. The funeral service will take place at 2 p.m. and will be followed by interment at the Melville Hall Public Cemetery. Announced the death of Stowell Benjamin Charles, age 75, of Marigot. He died on Friday, the 26th of June, at the Dominica China Friendship Hospital. He was the father of Hanif, Shem, Nazarene, Stovon, and Durrani. Also Carol Benjamin, Junior Abel, and Kim Charles. He will also be remembered by his stepchildren, Clania and Moses. His brothers, Wentworth, Edward, Oliver, and Caleb Charles. Sisters, Verona Bethelme, Mary Prince, and Esther Lindsay. Brothers-in-law, Michael and Brian Joseph. Fortinel Bethelme. Sisters-in-law, Virginia and Martha Joseph. Magdalene, Lynn, Margaret, and Angela Charles. Daughters-in-law, Lusan, Diane, and Jemima Charles. Also, Terilyn McDonough Abel. Sons-in-law,